All right, so No Surprises by Radiohead. This is off their OK Computer album. This was released in 1997 in May. I think it was May 21st. So it's just a little over 20 years from me making this tutorial that the album was released. And it was a big landmark album. And I just always really liked this song. You know, I'm not a huge Radiohead guy, but this song always just kind of struck me as being really great and always reminded me a lot of Pink Floyd. And, you know, it's a very, lyrically, it's very, might be the only song in the world that has carbon monoxide in the lyrics, right? It's pretty depressing. But on the flip side, the music is just absolutely beautiful. You know, that guitar is so, you know, it's a pretty sound, right? And I was reading that Tom York said that the sound of that guitar sort of set the tone for that whole album. Anyway, so in order to do this, there's a couple of things about it, about the song that are unique, and that is one of them. And it's capoed way up high. Now, he's got his guitar fretted or capoed up on the 15th fret, okay? Now, this guitar, I can't put a capo on the 15th fret because the neck flares out here, right? And also, like I usually use my Les Paul, and that flares out even more, so I couldn't get a capo on the 15th fret. So what I wound up doing for this part was I tuned up the guitar a half step. So my open E without the capo would be an F. All strings tuned up a half step, which now allowed me to get the capo on the 14th fret, right? Which put me into the proper key, okay? So you'll see them capoed on the 3rd on the acoustic, down there, and on the 15th on the electric, but for me it's the 14th. And this part is it's really tough to get your fingers in these frets, right? Because they're so tiny up here. So I'm going to teach the rest of the song on my acoustic guitar, but I just wanted to kind of, you know, let people know what was going on with that electric guitar, because I always thought that was a keyboard, right? But it isn't. It's a guitar way up on the 15th, right? 14th for me, because I up-tuned my guitar. Anyways, let me grab my acoustic and we'll carry on. All right, so like I said, this capo's on the 3rd fret here, okay? And that'll put it into the key of F, but I'm just going to talk about it like it's in the key of D, because those are the shapes we all recognize, right? And if you try and play along with the track, like what had happened when they recorded it is they recorded it quite fast and then they slowed it down before the vocals. So it's not in pitch, right? It's not actually in F. It's kind of in between E and F. So to play along with their track, the original track, you'll have to adjust the tuning of your guitar. But for me, I'm in absolute standard tuning, capo 3rd fret. Okay, so the song's going to start like this. Of course, this is the electric part way up high, right? So what we're doing there is just like an arpeggio. So it's just E string, G string, D string, back to the G string. And I go up, down, up, up, down, up, right? And that's the picking pattern that goes throughout the song. And then we're going to do this lick. Put our little finger, it's open G, and then put our little finger on G3 from the capo, right? 3rd from the capo. Take our middle finger off and play that open E string. So we've got. Okay, so that's kind of the main lick. Now, when the singing starts, when the first verse starts, we're just going to do that pattern. Take our first finger off, right? Same pattern. Now we're going to come up here, right? And that's like a bar chord there, right? Like a G bar chord. And then we've got this, it's like an A, right? And we're going to go A suspended, sus4, right? Right, that's the lick. Ending on the open G. And then we're back into that. Okay, so from here, and when we hit that high note, we want to keep that open G ringing. Right? Until the last second, because we don't want to kill it. Like that, you know, you want to leave it ringing. Okay, and that is basically, that's 90% of the song. That just repeats 3 times because there are 3 verses, right? And then we're finally getting into the chorus, and the chorus is going to be coming out of that. Okay, so it's just here, right? Really simple, and then this lick, little hammer on there, open D, and again, and now you could throw that harmony in there too, right? So instead of just going, you could go. Just, it's actually really easy to do because we've got that, then that, open, and then this, right? And then this, right? You could throw that in there too. Okay, so it's either that or this, right? And you have to listen to the track to find out which one goes where, but those are the licks in the chorus, right? Okay, so far, you know, we're just about there. There's really not that much to this song. It's really just the sounds, you know, like getting your guitar to get that chimey sound. So now we're gonna, the only other part left is the bridge, right? So the bridge comes out of the chorus. Now we're into the bridge, which is, okay, so it's just, you know, holding that A chord and kind of arpeggiating the notes, adding that sus4, right? And now we're going to go, okay, and that's a G minor. The chords underneath, the chord underneath is a G minor. Go over the chords in a minute. Right? Now it's going to be an E minor. But we're just going to hit that single E note there on D2. So it's open E, right? And then we're back into that. So that whole thing. Okay, so that just repeats, and then we take it to the end, right? All right, so that's basically the lead part there. Okay, now we'll go over the acoustic part. I mean, there's a couple of other little licks thrown in there. Like there's a lot of layering going on. There's a lot of guitar parts, and there's keyboard parts. There's a glockenspiel in there too. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but that's the basic main part of the lead guitar part. So now the chords, he's going to come in and he's going to play this D add 9. So it's just, you know, you just take your middle finger off, so you're playing that high E string, and he's going to do this. So it's down, down, up, down. And I'm just muting that E and A string with my middle finger there. I'm not fretting anything. You know, it might look like some weird chord, but it's just that with muting that, right? So it's, and I'm just gonna go. We're gonna hit this. It's like a G major 7, and we're gonna go add that in there. So. And he kind of starts out simple, but then as the verses progress, he kind of is more going. Now this next chord, this to me is the money chord of the song. And what that is, it's like a G major 7, it's like that. But it's over a B bass, right? So you just keep your D form, keep those two, put your first finger on A2. That, to me, is a key chord of the song, right? Okay? And then the next chord will be E minor 7. You could add that too. And then A. Like that, or like this, or like that, whatever way you want to do it, it's A. And back to. So a whole verse would be. Okay, and that's, you know, 3 verses, right? And then we're going to get into the chorus. Now, in the chorus, it's just that E minor 7. Throw that in again if you want. The A. Now, that's what's on the record. What I did in my demo, and you might want to think about doing this if you're playing this by yourself, is I just added, well, I went like this, to the chorus, I went like this. Okay, so I'm just adding melody lines there, right? So it's just that G, and we're going to go trail that down, right? And then I'm going to do an A7 there and bring that up, right? To that's like D4 and B3. Then there and there. So, and you know, that sounds really good, I think. And again, back to this. Okay, and then we're into that kind of breakdown where it's just that guitar, okay? And you know, you're trying to keep the rhythm going too, so you like. Okay, I did the ending there. Actually doesn't happen yet. That happens later on in the song, but I might as well show that to you now. So the first ending is just right, just standard, exactly what we've done before. The last one is right, that's like an A sus4, A7 sus4, and then just go down there, and then here A7. And that's pretty well all there is to that. Now, the only remaining part is the bridge, right? Where we're going to go. And that's going to go to A. Now a G minor, bar chord, back to A. Now you could do the A up there too, right? E minor, or you could go E minor 7 there. G minor, and then we're back into and that's when that's my favorite part of the song, because that's when those background vocals come in, right, which are just so awesome. But I just faked that with acoustic there, so I'm just gonna kind of like a G, and then the B string and the D string up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th fret, right? So it's just, I mean, you definitely need 2 guitars if you're gonna do that, okay? But I just threw it in. So I thought it sounded great. Okay, so let's just go over that bridge. A, G minor, A, G minor, D minor, G minor. Okay, and of course, you know, if you want to play this by yourself, you can just, you know, throw that in there. You know, kind of just put it together using both guitar parts, whichever way you want. Anyways, that's it for this one. I hope you get something out of it. I had a really good time putting this together because, even though the lyrics are a little on the dark side, a little, the music is really beautiful, and it's really, really fun to play. It sounds great. All right, like I said, I hope you get something out of it, and we'll talk to you next time.